for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next section, which is Srimad Bhagavatam. May I know who all have joined the call this morning? Hare Krishna. Mataji and Prabhuji, you can able to unmute.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Yashamati Priya Mataji, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to all the assembled devotees. This is Sushmita from Mississauga, Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sushmita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotees.
Mataji, I couldn't able to hear your voice, Mataji.
Yes, Mohini Lakshmi from Chicago.
Haribol. I'm not able to hear, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to assembled devotees. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Chicago.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj's my humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidas from Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shyama Gauri Devi Dasi from Charlotte.
Hare Krishna, Shamagauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Radha Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances unto you and all of the devotees here. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Eka Radhika Leela Devidasi.
Hare Krishna, Ekarada Mataji, Dandavat Pranama. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranams. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to the assembled Vaishnavas on the call. Vasundhara Devi Dasi from Bangalore, India. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vasundhara Devi Mataji, Dandavat Pranama. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
I'll start the recording, Mataji.
Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Conference call. Today we are fortunate to have His Grace Rasraj Gopal Prabhuji to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam 7th Canto 4th chapter text 42 onwards. Mataji, Prabhuji is joining.
Yes, Mataji, Prabhuji is there.
Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving your valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Conference call, Prabhuji. I would like to hand over call to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्घ्रे. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4, entitled Hiranyakashipu Terrorizes the Universe, and verse number 42. स उत्तमश्लोकपदारविन्दयो निषेवया किञ्चन सङ्गलब्धया तन्वन् परां निर्वृतिमात्मनो मुहुरु दुःसङ्गदीनस्य मनःशमं व्यधात् स उत्तमश्लोकपदारविन्दयोर् निषेवया किञ्चन सङ्गलब्धया तन्वन् परां निर्वृतिम् आत्मनो मुहुर् दुःसङ्गदीनस्य मनःशमं व्यधात् स उत्तमश्लोकपदारविन्दयोर् निषेवया किञ्चन सङ्गलब्धया तन्वन् परां निर्वृतिम् आत्मनो मुहुर् दुःसङ्गदीनस्य मनःशमं व्यधात्. Synonyms: Saha, he Prahalad Maharaj, Uttama Shloka Pada Aravindayoha, to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is worshipped by transcendental prayers, Nishevaya, by constant service, Akinchana, of devotees who have nothing to do with the material world, Sangha, in the association, Labdhaya, obtained, Tanvan, expanding, Param, highest, Nirvritim, bliss, Atmanah, of the spirit soul, Muhu, constantly, Dussangadinasya, of a person poor in spiritual understanding due to bad association, Manaha, the mind, Shamam, peaceful, Yadhat, made. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: because of his association with perfect, unalloyed devotees who had nothing to do with anything material, Prahalad Maharaj constantly engaged in the service of the Lord's lotus. By seeing his bodily features when he was in perfect ecstasy, persons very poor in spiritual understanding became purified. In other words, Prahalad Maharaj bestowed upon them transcendental bliss. Purport: apparently, Prahalad Maharaj was placed in circumstances in which he was always tortured by his father. In such material conditions, one cannot have an undisturbed mind. But since bhakti is unconditional, ahituki apratihata, Prahalad Maharaj was never disturbed by the chastisement of Hiranyakashipu. On the contrary, the bodily symptoms of his ecstatic love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead turned the minds of his friends who had also been born in atheistic families. Instead of being disturbed by the torments of his father, Prahalad influenced these friends and cleansed their minds. A devotee is never contaminated by material conditions, but persons subjected to material conditions can become spiritually advanced and blissful upon seeing the behavior of a pure devotee. Om Ajnanatimiram Satya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manomadishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnava Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Raghunathanitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanidam Shri Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Kadiva Gaura Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna. So let me express my gratitude and thanks from the core of my heart to all the devotees who are connected to the Srimad Bhagavatam Katha, which goes on daily. In Kali Yuga, we are all connected, sitting at different places. So this thanks to the Zoom platform. Once again, I express my thankfulness and gratitude. So we are seeing the 7th canto, 4th chapter, wherein Yudhishthira Maharaj and Narada Muni, they are in conversation. And Shukadeva Goswami is explaining us this conversation about Narada Muni. He is describing the various qualities of Prahalad Maharaj. The Uttama Shloka Padara Vindayor. So Prahalad Maharaj is being described as the topmost devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, or even we can say Lord Vishnu. So Prahalad Maharaj is continuously engaged in the devotional service. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka in the 12th chapter where Krishna says, Mai eva mana adhatsva, mai buddhim niveshaya. So here Krishna says, Mai eva mana adhatsva. That means you put your entire mind, your thoughts in me. Mai eva mana adhatsva. And a beautiful word he is explaining using, Mai buddhim niveshaya. You invest your intelligence in me. And somewhere in 16th chapter, Krishna describes also two types of people. Those who are having divine qualities and others who are in demonic qualities. So Titikshavaha Karunikaha Swaradas Sarvadehinam Ajata Shatrava Shantaha Sadhavah Sadhubhushana. So wherein the divine qualities are explained, Krishna says the devotees are Titiksha, they are having tolerance, they are tolerant. Karunika, they are compassionate. Suhrada Sarvadehinam, they are well-wisher of all the living entities. It is not that they are well-wisher of their family or their relatives or their closest friends or their expanded society, so-called society. But they are Suhrada, well-wisher of all the Ajata Shatrava, they do not have enemies. Ajata Shatrava Shantaha, they are peaceful. Sadhavaha, they always abide by the scriptures. So we can see Titikshika, Karunika, Surada Sarvadehinam, Ajata Shatrava, Shantaha, and Sadhava. 6 major qualities. There are, of course, unlimited qualities of a devotee that we cannot explain, because ultimately a devotee is almost equal to Krishna. Sometimes a devotee takes higher position from Krishna, and which Krishna likes, as we have seen in his various childhood pastimes. Some are his friends, some are his uncles, aunties, some are his parents, and of course some are his closest friends. So, Krishna explains in that 12th chapter, Mai Buddhim Niveshaya. My devotee, he invests his intelligence in Krishna. Niveshaya. Nivasisyashi mam nityam ata urdham na samshaya. So here the word comes nishevaya. And that is niveshaya. So we can see how the words are used in Bhagavatam, such literary gems, and we can understand the importance of each and every word. Here nishevaya means by constant service. So Prahalad Maharaj, apparently, what was his devotional service? Can we know? If we ask ourselves, what was the devotional service which was being done by Prahalad Maharaj? Of course, in the initial stages. After his father was killed, it was a different ball game. But initial period, during his father's tenure, Prahalad Maharaj, this is Narad Muni is explaining the events of these periods, wherein Srila Prabhupada mentions also in purport that he was tortured vehemently, horribly, beyond one can imagine. Prahalad tremendously by his father, none other than his own father. So can we, when we relate ourselves to the situation, do we find ourselves being tortured? We must think of. Yes, there are, you can say, if I ask somebody, if I ask some of you, being tortured, torture can be physical as well as on the mental platform. So when we ask, so almost everybody will say, yes, in the entire course of my life so far, definitely there have been phases during which I was tortured, maybe physically or mentally. Okay? So that means this indicates that it need not be the case that a devotee will never be in a peaceful condition. Or it normally people come to spiritual atmosphere or join or connect to the spiritual climate or join the institution to get rid from their miseries, to get rid from their problems, to get rid from their troubles. And they feel that, this is not the place for me where I'm at peace. Because if I go to the job, I'm under severe stress, tortured by my colleagues, by my juniors, by my seniors, by my bosses, and everyone. So in the job, work, nature, wherever one goes, he is mentally tortured. And physically, of course, if he is not well, he is asked to come to work and go to different sites or go to different places, go meet customers when he is not in a physical uh, good health. So that is how a person undergoes miserable situations. And then he finds that this is a place where I see people dancing, people nicely having some shush prasadam, and everybody apparently looks to be happy. They seem to be at peace. So ISKCON is an organization where the phrase which is coined is chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And so devotees apparently seem to be happy. Every devotee may be undergoing severe traumatic cases in their family. Somebody may be sick or severely ill, severely sick, or lots of all other those friends or relatives on whom they have depended upon, relied upon, they have goofed up or broken the relationships and undergoing severe mental pains, depressions. So lots of things are going on in their lives. Yet they seem to be happy. And if we are not happy, then something is wrong with our sadhana. So when Srila Prabhupada said, chant Hare Krishna and be happy, means we are supposed to be happy. Because the basic philosophy of the soul in Vedas, it said, Anandamayo Abhyas. We are always seeking after pleasure. Because again, Krishna says in Gita, Mamai Vamshu Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Mamaeva Amsha Mamai Vamshu Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Mana Shasthani Indriyani Pratisthani Karshati. So, hey Arjun, all these living beings, living entities, these are all my parts and parcels. Mamaeva Amsha. So we are part and parcel of that supreme whole, the entire whole, and we are part and parcel of that supreme. So that supreme is always Ishvara Paramaha Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. So he is always Satchid Ananda, Sat, Chit and Anand. He is eternal, full of knowledge, and always blissful. Satchidananda. Mamai Vamshu Jiva Loke. And we are, myself, yourself, and entire living entity, all living beings, are parts and parcels of that supreme personality of God. So by that logic, when we see qualitatively, we are absolutely equal. There is no doubt about it. Because we are part and parcel of supposing when the example is given, gold from a gold mine and small particle of gold. So both are absolutely equal in quality. So Mamai Vamshu Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaham Manah Shasthani Indriyani. And what see in the first line, Krishna defines my state. gives me identity. I am the part and parcel of him, Krishna. But what I am doing is, Krishna explaining is in the second line, Manah Shashtani Indriyani, with 5 senses and mind becoming the 6th. Manah Shashtani Indriyani, the 5 knowledge acquiring senses, of course, and with mind as a 6th. What we are doing is Prakriti Sthani Karishyati. We are struggling for survival in this natural world, in this material world. So Krishna has made us this material world because we have asked for it. And since we have asked for it, Krishna says, take this material world and you fulfill your desire. So we are trying to fulfill our desire. But again Krishna says, Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Nrutyaya. Of course, this is illusionary world. Mama Maya Nrutyaya. This comprises of the 3 modes of nature, which is divine, which is again my energy. But it is very difficult to cross the ocean of this nescience because Krishna says not very difficult. Krishna says it is impossible. Mama Maya Duratyaya. Duratyaya is impossible to cross this ocean of nescience of this material world. When we are, this is a ocean. We are in the ocean and we are swimming daily in and out, and we are trying to reach some shore. In the process, I don't know, we are going across lots of troubles, lots of problems, and hope we have learned swimming. So those who do not know swimming in normal water pond, or say swimming pool or river, anywhere, you can know. One can know his situation, what he feels when he finds himself suffocating, short of breath, drowning in water. Hare Krishna, very pathetic. And so just think of that, this material world as an ocean, and we are swimming in it, and we are trying to come into a shore, trying to find that shore where we can be very peaceful. And during this course of swimming process, right from the conception or birth and until the last breath, we are swimming. And during the course of this swimming path, process of journey, we come across Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan. Mahaprabhu says, Brahmanda Brahmite. So this ocean, material world is full entire Brahmanda. And Brahmite, they are wandering. Some fortunate Jiva, Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiva, Guru Krishna Prasad, that living entity, that soul, because of his fortune, he gets the mercy of spiritual master and Lord Krishna. So how fortunate are we that we have been connected to Srila Prabhupada's movement, Srila Prabhupada's mission, and we are trying in our own way to please and help to please Srila Prabhupada, that we put in some of our efforts, some of our energy into this, where Prabhupada has asked us to preach the holy names of Lord Krishna, which we all know. It's a Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So now we come to that shloka again, where Krishna says, Mai eva mana adhartva. So you put your mind, you engage your mind, your thought process in me. Krishna says, in me. Mai eva mana adhartva. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. Invest your intelligence in. Why I am taking this shloka? Because it relates with Prahalad Maharaj's qualities. So we have to invest our intelligence in Krishna. Now let us see, do we have intelligence? Oh yes, of course I am having intelligence. What type of question are you asking? I do have intelligence. Without intelligence, I could not reach US. Or for that matter, even in India, I could not reach to the stage of my life. So it is because of the intelligence. One can think of positive and the negative aspects in the life. So one can do godly activities, divine activities, or demoniac activities purely because of the intelligence. So Krishna says, Mai buddhim niveshaya. So you invest your intelligence in me, and where we are investing our intelligence, how to increase my bank balance. We are doing the investment part. You know, when we talk of investment, what comes across the mind is money, right? So money matters. Na bibi, na bacha, na baap bada, na bhaiya. The whole thing is start ke bhaiya, sabse bada rupaiya. So that is the case in the entire world. Everybody is running after money. Money is honey in this material world. So we are investing our intelligence. Yes, Lord has given me intelligence. Krishna has given me intelligence. And I am investing that intelligence from where I can get returns in terms of opulence, that is wealth, material wealth, money. When Mahaprabhu was asked, what is the biggest opulence? Mahaprabhu asked Ramananda Rai, what is the biggest opulence which one can have in his lifetime? And that was association of a devotee of Krishna. The answer was, if one has association of a pure devotee of Krishna, then that is the biggest opulence one can have. And we are using the intelligence in a wrong way. Are we really using our intelligence properly? Are we using our intelligence in optimum way? Or are we using our intelligence as per the scriptures or to the real goal of our life? Have we defined our goal really as per required, or we are wandering straight here and there, defining or maybe changing goals every now and then we are wandering like nomads. We don't know where to go. We don't know what is the goal. So that is the general tendency of people. So Mai buddhim niveshaya. Krishna says, invest your intelligence in me. What can be the result? Nivasisya shimam nityam. You will always remain with me, stay with me. So if Krishna is always there with me, if I am staying every moment after moment with Krishna, Nivasisyashi Maham Nityam. And it's not that Krishna is there for some time and then he says, now you take care of yourself. I'm just moving, I'm going with the other person. No. Krishna says, I will be always there with you. Nivasisyashi Maham Nityam. And in the process, what happens? Ata urdhvam na samshayaha. So our destination will be upwards, not downwards, not southward. We'll go northwards. Ata urdhvam na samshaya. Now, when we talk of these phrases, again, the important point or the important word in this discussion will be intelligence. See, Prahalad Maharaj, in his last life, was a Brahmana boy named, I think, Shiva Sharman or Soma Sharman something. And he was very, very ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu in his last part. And he used to meditate, he used to worship, do deity worship of Lord Vishnu. But unfortunately, he was living in a society where most of the asuras were living. Of course, these asuras, you see, now again, we are also in the same situation. We are also staying, we are also living and surrounded by asuras. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Mataji. Hare Krishna. Can somebody mute?
Hare Krishna, Radha Pyari, Mataji, can you please mute?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So I was saying, Prahalad Maharaj, let us first find out the pastimes of Prahalad Maharaj in his previous birth when he was a Brahmana boy. He was an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu, but unfortunately, where he was living, he was surrounded or among habitat of the asuras, the demons. And the asuras, they were continuously into the mode of enjoyment. You know, what is asura mentality? Eat, drink, and sleep. Of course, enjoyment will be a part of that, and give trouble to others. Huh? So that was what happening. That was what was happening. So whenever this Soma Sharman, Brahmin, used to sit for meditation, some time will be there where the times are comfortable. He's in a comfort zone. There is peace of mind, and he can peacefully meditate upon the Supreme Lord. But most of the times, he was finding that these asuras were staying nearby. They used to gather and start drinking, eating, make merry, do partying, and definitely there will be tremendous sound, and they will make horrible sounds. So this is what is going on in Kali Yuga also. We can see there are so many pubs and parties and joints and clubs, and I don't know, maybe India is not so advanced in that situation where US is absolutely. So lots of partying, merrymaking was going on, and because of this, Om Sharma could not actually fully concentrate or focus on his meditation. But somehow he had a strong desire that is called Dridavritaya. Dridavritta. How are my devotees? They are Dridavritaya. Dridavrittaha. That is determined to worship me. Fully determined. Vyavasayatmika buddhir. Their single pointed focus. Ekeha kurunanta. So my devotees are Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridavataha. They are Satatam kirtayanta. Continuously chanting my holy name. And they are fully determined. So here, this Brahmin boy was like that. He was fully determined to worship Lord Vishnu in whatever conditions he. And that is how he grew. He grew, and when he became old, and at the time of death, exactly at that moment of death, when he was trying to again meditate, focus on that Supreme Lord, these asuras were making tremendous noise, dancing, singing, material songs, discos and DJs, and I don't know what sorts of things, lots of rebel, drinking, eating non-veg, and everything was going on. And they were dancing, shouting loudly. And in that situation, with that consciousness, this Brahman boy had to leave the body. And then, because of his both situations, he was born in an Asuric family, but as a devotee, ardent devotee of Lord Krishna. So again, when we relate this, especially when we study Prahalad Maharaj, we should remember that I am also in such a very pathetic, worse conditions in my life. This material world is absolutely very cruel, and it will never help us to come out of this nescience or to come out of the cycle of birth and death. Only Maameva ye prapadyante maya metam tar. Only those souls who have surrendered unto me. Daivi hesha gudamayi mama maya duratya. Maameva ye prapadyante maya metam tar. So only those souls who have surrendered unto me can cross this ocean of material world. So again, we need the intelligence. We need the intelligence to understand how I can use this body which I have acquired due to my past deeds, in my past births. So how I use this body, which is so precious, durlabham manusham janma, which is very rarely available. A soul gets a very rare opportunity of getting a human body. And once he gets this human body, how I utilize this body in the entire course of my life, that is my intelligence. There lies my intelligence. And now we'll come to the fact that how can I get this intelligence? How can I get this intelligence? So then we come to know that Krishna says in 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in Chatushloki Gita, second shloka, where Krishna says, second he says, Machchitta madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. How are my devotees? They are chitta. So now here Krishna uses the word chitta and not mana. Of course, both are similar, and Krishna sometimes uses mana. Like he said, Mayeva mana adhatsva. And now here he says, Machchitta madgata prana. So these devotees who are actually struggling in this material world for survival with the six senses, Mana Shashtani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshat. So these devotees or these souls who are struggling for survival, Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Karshati is struggling. Sangharsh जिसको कहते हैं, struggling. They are struggling for survival. And in this situation, this particular soul, what he does, he engages his mind, chitta, into me. Mad chitta, mad gata prana. He engages his entire life for me. He devotes his life for me. Mad gata prana. He is also ready to sacrifice his life for me. Bodhayantaha parasparam. And these devotees talk, communicate with each other. Bodhayanta, speak with each other. Parasparam, what they do, what they speak. Not prajalpa. Not what happened in this place or that place, or how is your this, that, this. What happened to her, what happened to him. Of course, these things related to devotees, okay. But otherwise, it is like a prajalpa. Comparison, criticism, complaints. these things happen in Prajalpas. So, what happens is, Bodhayanta Parasparam, what they do? They speak among each other, Kathayantascha Mam Nityam. What they speak among each other is Katha, Harikatha. Lord Krishna's pastimes, his Leela, his Guna, qualities, these are discussed among the devotees. Kathayantascha Mam Nityam. Every word is so important. It is not that we discuss only Krishna for today. See, Bhakti Sangha Japa conference is such a wonderful project, and I bow at the lotus feet of all these devotees who are organizers and as also who join, that every day you have an opportunity for going through this process of talking with each other, discussing Harikatha. Bodhayanta Paraspara. Kathayantasya Mam Nityam, and only then they expect what is the result? They experience Tushyanti. Tushyanti is satisfaction. So that is Tushti. We are satisfied because of speaking Harikatha among us. So Harikatha gives that. Tushyanti and Ramanti. Ramanti is we are fully into the enjoyment. The material enjoyment and this spiritual enjoyment is absolutely 180-degree out of phase, we can say. So one end is the material enjoyment, which actually will lead us to hellish, southwards, hellish planets. And this is the spiritual enjoyment or the bliss, what we call. This will give us Ata Urdhamna Samshaya. Mai eva manadhatsva, Mai buddhim nivashaya, nivasisyashi mam nityam Ata Urdhamna Samshaya. Without doubt, our journey will be going towards Krishna, Goloka Vrindavan. So, we again come to the, our today's theme is surrounding buddhi, intelligence. Prahalad Maharaj had intelligence to worship Krishna. Why is normal people or common people, they don't have that intelligence? They are so intelligent that they are in NASA, they are scientists, they have n number of degrees and post degrees and theses and PhDs and doctorates and laureates and lots of whatever designations which you can this material world gives them. They are so big thinkers, philosophers. But we cannot find a person who is devoted to Krishna and who comes under this shloka, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantasya Dhradavataha Namasyantasya Mam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upasate. See, so many terms Krishna is using. One is Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, continuously chanting my name. It starts right from Brahma Muhurta, 4 o'clock, 4:30, 3:30 or whatever it is, Brahma Muhurta. And then till he goes to sleep, it's devotee. He is chanting. His consciousness is always Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Although you may find him doing normal course of activities. We'll find him going to job, or maybe at home he may do work from home, or whatever he is engaged into, eating. But still, his consciousness is always chanting Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. Satatam Kirtayanto. Yatantasya Dhradavata. And this devotee, he is worshipping me with full determination and determined to worship me only. Dhradavata. Namasyantasya Mam Bhakta. He is offering obeisances unto me. That too with devotion. Not those air hostesses. They are forced to, their jaws are paining by smiling continuously, but that is what they get salary for. So they do like this when we enter into the planes. But it is not like that. The devotees are offering obeisances with devotion in the heart. Namasyantasya Mam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta. They are continuously connected to me. Yukta means joined, connected. So devotees are connected to Krishna continuously. Not again, every time Krishna uses lots of words like nitya, satatam, dridavataha, nitya yukta, upasate. Namasyantascha mam bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Again, they are worshipping. So when Krishna in the 10th chapter, in the Chatushloki Gita, after that first verse, which I had defined or described or used last time, the second verse was saying, Machita Madgata Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam, Kathayantascha Mam Nityam Nityuktupasya. This is 10.9. And then in 10.10 comes the real clue for the intention. And Krishna says, Tesham Nitya Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yena Ma Upayantite. Tesham Nitya Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. So such devotees who are Nitya Yukta, who are continuously 24/7 connected to me. So the formula for intelligence is here. So easy. What is it? Tesham Nitya Satatam Yuktanam Tesham Satatam Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. What one has to do is connect oneself to Krishna continuously. That's it. Just think of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So it is just, think of Krishna by chanting his holy names. So when we chant Krishna's name in different tunes, in different state of consciousness, we are connected to Krishna. Satatam Yuktana. And how we do it? Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. We are worshipping with love. See, it is not that just because of rituals I am doing the worship. I am worshipping the Lord's deities Priti Purvakam, with love. Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. And then I give them the intelligence. Hare Krishna. So this is 10.10. In 10.10, Krishna says, at that moment, and then only I give them the intelligence. So do we need intelligence? Or when asked, do you have intelligence? So the answer was yes. We have intelligence, Prabhuji. But actually, we have no intelligence. Or we are misusing our intelligence. By Krishna's mercy, by Lord's mercy, we have intelligence, but that intelligence is Bahushaka. That intelligence is diverted into different branches. Vyavasayatmika buddhir. Intelligence should be how? Vyavasayat. Again, investment. Vyavasaya is business. So Krishna talks about business in different terms, different shlokas. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha kurunandana bhukshakayarantatma avyavasayinam. One who is not businessman, avyavasayi. So become a businessman. You invest your intelligence in me. Investment is again related to business. Mayi buddhim niveshaya. So just think, to be Krishna tells in different angles. So Krishna knows in Kali Yuga, people will be after money, running after money. Money is honey. That's what I discussed. So money means business. Business means apna kaam karna. Business, paisa kamana. So when we are into business, Krishna uses the word business language in two terms. Mayi buddhim niveshaya, invest your intelligence in me. And here he says, vyavasayatmika, make your intelligence like a businessman. Vyavasayatmika, professional. Make your intelligence vyavasayatmika. How? Ekeha kurunandan. One single pointed focus. Ekeha. Hey Kurunandan, hey Arjun. Because that persons whose intelligence is not like a businessman, avyavasayina, buddhayo avyavasayina. What happens is bahushakha anantascha, unlimited branches of desires. His intelligence is focused on unlimited branches of desire. Bahushaka anantas. Ananta Bahushaka. His focus, intelligence is focused on different variety. Sometimes I want this, sometimes I want this. There is no end. There is no end to the desires, and there is no end to the sense gratification. So make it single focus, pointed focus towards worshipping Krishna. When we think of worshipping Satatam Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Pupakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam. This is 10.10. The third verse of Chatushloki. I have discussed first in my last class, and this is the second and the third today I have thought of discussed. So Krishna says, only then I'll give you the intelligence. Because you are continuously Satatam connected to me with love, I'm happy. Krishna is happy. Please. That is what Krishna wants. And where is Krishna? He's here. In my heart. In your heart. He's in your heart. Just I have changed my face away from Krishna. Krishna is looking at me. What we have to do is we have to turn back and look at Krishna, who is residing here. So from here we come to like this and meet Krishna and surrender unto his lotus feet. We turn ourselves, look our face towards Krishna, Krishna's lotus feet, for obeisances at his lotus feet, take his shelter. He is the ultimate boss, and there is no boss, anybody above him. So when we do that, Aham Sarvasya Prabhu, Mattha Sarvam Pravate, that's what he said in 10.8. So when we do that, when we take shelter of Lord Krishna, there is no doubt, despite being tortured by tremendous this potential situations, circumstances which we are living in this material world due to different time, place and circumstances, despite being under severe stresses, we can always be happy and peacefully we can do sadhana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. I think I should give a stop here and go for some questions or suggestions. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Beautiful class. Devotees, if anybody have any questions, please go ahead. Prahalad Anand Prabhuji, please go ahead, Prabhuji, with your question.
Thank you very much, Mataji. Dhanvat pranam to all and Prabhuji. I don't have a question, but about Buddhi, which we are talking about, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already has said that those who are doing Sankirtan Yagna in this time, they are already Sumedasas. As you are praising this Bhakti Sangha group, I can say that we are all very, very Sumedasas because we are doing every day Harinam Sankirtan in this Kali Yuga. So, Bhagavan Krishna already has given us mercy through Sri Prabhupada's mission. And we are all chanting, at least everyone is chanting 16 rounds at least. And that one qualification alone will, Bhagavan Krishna will Dadami Buddhi Yogam coming into that. And we already have that mercy of Sri Prabhupada. And this is just little reflection I had, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for allowing my Hare
Krishna. Thank you very much, Prahalad Ananda Prabhu. So nice of you. Definitely, Krishna Varna Tusha Krishna Sango Pangasya Partadam Sankirtana Yajnai Praya Jayanti Sumedasah. So at least we have taken up to that chanting. Now we have to ensure that we don't leave this chanting.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Subramanian Prabhuji, please go ahead with your question, Prabhuji. Dandavat
Hari
Pranam.
Bol.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, I forgot
Thank
to
you,
change my
Dandavat
name.
Pranam.
Sukhakar Krishna Das. So I'm
Sukhakar
so.
Prabhuji ki jai ho.
Yeah, sorry. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I really love your class, Rasraj Prabhuji. So wonderful that you're trying to make the whole thing into practically. But I have one point, Prabhu. The last time you told about Aham Sarvasya Prabhu. Do we know Krishna is the Supreme Lord? He is everything. He has created. He is there in living, non-living, and also neutral items. Anu Anu mein Bhagwan hai, that we know. And Machita Matkapana, it's also correct. We have to discuss. And then this was a good point. Tesham Satati Yuktana Bhajitam Prati Prabhukam. So what I find is the love for Krishna, it is there, but it is not that like the love for our family and all. Still, this is there at the back of the mind. वो भगवान से वो real प्यार नहीं कहता like you are loving your child. It is more of a fear but what I find is after hearing Katha and all, we feel blissful, happy. I think Bhakti Sangha really should be given full credit because दोपहर को 2 घंटा, रात को 2 घंटा and morning 24 hours it is on. कुछ ना कुछ है इधर. So that I really I'm really surrendered to Bhakti Sangha and also the good speakers like you and all. I really love you all so much that एकदम आँख से आंसू आ जाता है. But only thing प्रभु वो chanting करने में ना वो 2 घंटा सुबह करते that's all. Actually, Satatam, you have to keep chanting, no? Kirtaniya Sadahari. That taste नहीं आ रहा है, उसमें नहीं आ रहा है. But hearing katha मजा आ रहा है, पढ़ने को, सुनने को. Full time you keep hearing Gaurang Prabhu or Japtak Maharaj or Radhanath Maharaj. Oh, बहुत it so it touches the heart. And giving class also touches the heart. But bead में हाथ नहीं जा रहा है. That is not happening. So I'm feeling somewhere some aparadha has happened that I'm not able to, like Haridas Thakur, 192 rounds, or at least 64 rounds. कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, वो सुबह का हो गया बस, फिर next day only morning. तो इसलिए I feel little dejected that कुछ ना कुछ गलती हो रहा है. Can you just give suggestion that how I can chant, feel as much relishment on chanting like Bhagavatam? अभी आपका क्लास 2 घंटा हो गया है, अभी हो रहा है, क्यों इतने जल्दी खत्म हुआ? Prabhu was going nice. I saw the watch. It is 6:26. Oh, Prabhu. तो वो taste नहीं आ रहा है. कुछ something going wrong somewhere. Please help me, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
So it's very good question, very important question, and it is applicable to all of us. See, कलौ दोष निधे राजन अस्ति एको महान गुणः कीर्तनादेव कृष्णस्य मुक्त संघः परम. Kali-yuga is full of faults. Whatever we do, there is fault in that. So what happens is, when we realize that I am the master of my mind, first of all, I have to confirm myself with myself that this is my body and this is my mind. So when we say this is my finger or this is my hand, then I have control on this hand and finger. I can know when I should use this hand and when I should use this finger. So because I'm saying this is my hand. These are the basics. Now, exactly on that same ground, when I say this is my mind, and the mind which you are having or you are thinking, that is your mind. I cannot say that mind is mine. What mind which you are having is yours. And so when anything possessive comes, the noun possession, where, for example, my book or my spectacle or my water cup or my finger, my hand, so there, the me which I am speaking in that is the master, and the other one is slave. because I can control the other thing. Slave follows the master. See, this is engineering language, master and slave concept. Let us know the concept of it. So the slave is supposed to follow the master. The master will give the command, and slave will do accordingly. So whenever there is a possessiveness in our language, when I say my finger, my hand, my book, my laptop, my pen, my mobile, means I can utilize all these gadgets which I said possessing to me as per my wish. Absolutely. I can keep the laptop here, I can open it, or I can close it, I can use the mobile, or I can just keep it down there. It is all in my control. So similar grounds when I say my mind, here comes the real click or the crux of the matter. Mind, when we speak of the mind, what happens is mind always tries to dominate us, me. Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavat dridam. Arjuna says, even Arjuna could not control his mind. What to speak of us? So Arjuna says, Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavat dridam. It is Chanchala, it is Pramathi, it is Balavan, it is Dhrida. Once it has decided that I will not attend Sangam, it will not allow me to attend the Satsanga. It is Dhrida. Tasyaham nigraham manye vayuriva sudushkaram. I can control the wind. I can control the flow of wind, stop the flow of wind by my skills and strength, but I cannot control it. So what happens is, it is a question of mind, controlling the mind. Mind is the enemy and mind is the friend. So Krishna says in Gita. So therefore, when I know that I am the controller of mind, now let us come to the fact. The fact is, last time I had said, 98% of our spiritual progress depends upon the chanting, quality chanting in Brahma Muhurta. 98% of our spiritual progress depends upon the quality chanting in Brahma Muhurta. Rest 2% is all what we do now. Bhakti Japa Sangha Conference and so many projects you are undertaking. So many projects are undertaken by so many temples and building temple. All this. Bhagavad Katha daily, Shravanam, now devotee care is coming up. Lots of things, projects are coming up. So these come under this 2% category. But unfortunately or unfortunately for us, what is the state is, unless we do this 2%, we cannot do this 98%. And the 100% of this 98% will help us complete this 2%, 100% of this 2%. So therefore, they are connected to each other. So now when we come to the 98% of our work, of our seva, that is Brahma Muhurta chanting, we get up in the morning. Normally, it's very difficult to get up. It's very difficult. I don't know if all of you are comfortable to wake up in the early morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock, whatever it is. Everybody, it's very, very difficult. But still, we say, no, I've committed. I've committed to my Guru Maharaj that I will chant 16 rounds. But I have not committed to my Guru Maharaj that I will chant in the Brahma Muhurta. Have I? You just ask yourself. We have never said, I will chant 16 rounds in the Brahma Muhurta throughout my life, till last breath of mine. At least Guru Maharaj is compassionate with us. Because he knows, there are problems. Grahastha has unlimited problems. Brahmacharis have their sets of skill problems. So when as a Grahastha, we have to live Brahmachari life. And for that, we have to determinedly कि मैं कल ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में ही उठूंगा first. So when I go to sleep, I have to sleep early, at least by 9:30, 10 maximum. I should sleep, not more, not go beyond that. The moment you cross 10 p.m., then everything here settles. Everything here goes hayward. You cannot get up then 4 o'clock, 4:15. So, udhar 1 minute ho delay here, maybe 15-20 minute delay in waking. So that is it. So make it determined that I will sleep by 10 or maximum 9:30, 9:45, 10. And once you sleep early, while sleeping, we have to say Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktaminda. Hey Krishna, please help me to wake up tomorrow morning for chanting your holy names, not my names. For your sake, not for my sake. Put the entire onus on Krishna. See, when we are completely dependent on Krishna, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Ye Janaha Paripasati. So do accordingly like that. You put that onus on Krishna and ask Krishna to wake me up early morning. So when we do that, definitely, and of course, material gadgets are there for alarms and everything. We get up, somehow we get up. As soon as we get up, what we do is first have snan, netra snan. You know, first, the biggest obstacle is Nidra Devi. To come to the wash basin and just splash waters at least 10 times, minimum 10 times, so that the Nidra sleep goes totally. She drives, she goes away. 100%. It is experienced. You splash water and you wash your face, and then later on you can have, depending upon your time availability, you can go to bathroom, you can go to washroom, you can go to bath and all those things. And say by proper Brahma Murta time, you decide one place. Decide one place for sitting. That is the, see, we did Yama and Niyama. Now we will do Asana. Ashtanga Yoga ka first do is Yama Niyama. What we do and what we should not do. And then we come, of course, we should not do is for regulatory principle. And what to do is, we have said how to be sleep in the morning, night, and what to do. Then comes the Asana. Asana is very important. When we sit for chanting, ideally the direction should be east facing. I should face eastwards, because from there the east is the where sun rises. So the Lord Surya Narayan is also waiting. So I am also there to welcome him. So before he comes, I have woken up to serve him. Ultimately, he is also a servant of Lord Krishna. So in that mood, we sit at such a place where it is eastward facing and where there will be no people sleeping around you. Let us say that we are at least comfortable in that way. If we have some room somewhere where we can identify like that. Of course, in Mumbai there are झोपड़ी में रहते हैं लोग and single room में रहते हैं. That's a different issue. But where there is availability, facilities are available, comforts are available, I find out a location where you sit eastward facing and where there are no people around, there is no snoring, there is no difficulty, and then sit there, obeisances to Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada, and start your chanting. Now what happens is, when we start chanting 16 rounds, we should not close our eyes. The moment we close our eyes, we will be going into a sleep zone. Or if you are comfortable with closing eyes and chanting, we can do that. But the moment we realize, no, I am going into a different zone, my mind is going into a sleep mode, open your eyes and just nod your head. No, 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 no. This is what? No, 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 no. No to Maya and no to sleep. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So proper words, proper every syllable properly chanted, properly heard by us, nodding. By nodding and moving your body, what happens is you are not going to sleep. So when you do that process of chanting in that way, and then for some period, you close your eyes and focus on the lotus feet of the Lord within our heart, within your heart. Focus there. And say, hey Krishna, I'm very sorry. I'm a wretchful soul. I have turned my face away from you. please, now I'm coming back to you. Take me into your fold. And think of that like that and start chanting. And then it starts working. Prabhuji, that love or what you say, no, that penchant for chanting, that love or that love for our relatives or similar to or our anybody, for friends or anybody for that matter. In fact, people are loving things and using people. And so, but we have to love people and use things. But in this material world, it is reverse. People are using people, their so-called relatives and friends, they are using people and they are loving things. But of course, we have to love people and use things for their in their service. So when we start doing thinking like this, and you see how your 16 rounds are completed in say 2 hours or maximum 2 hours 10 minutes. So that is the right speed of chanting. We cannot complete the chanting 16 rounds in 1.5 hours. Then we have missed certain things. So ideally it is 2 hours to 2 hours 10 minutes. That is the time period for 16 rounds given. And when we do that with the consciousness that I am a wretched soul, having turned my face away from you, Krishna, please help me to come back to your fold again. Please take me to your fold and let me love you. When I love you, all the other people to whom I'm supposed to love will be loved by me or by Krishna, indirectly or directly. So that's how it goes. So when we do our chanting, now I have seen if you have done a Vaishnava aparad, my chanting quality reduces, decreases. So the moment we know that today my chanting is not proper as what is required, then one should realize that Krishna, I'm sorry, I have done some Vaishnava aparad to somebody. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. And it's very easy, Prabhu.
Very, very good answer. Very good answer. But for me, the thing, what happens is, morning I get up in the Brahma Muhurta and sometimes little delayed, and I have got every day a Bhagavatam class at 7 o'clock I have to speak. So I am also bothered that I should give that, because the people are all very intelligent. वो कुछ नया नहीं देखा तो they will not be interested. So I have to make them also happy. So I have to read or hear something. तो उसके लिए chanting वो बराबर नहीं हो पा रहा है. You know, something getting up in the morning and doing something. You cannot do double thing. You know, you can do only one at a time. So udhar se, that's why the chanting is getting hit.
Prabhuji, chanting is the only one and only method which will help you for all the other processes of devotion. Chanting, if my chanting is very sincere, very clear, I have completed my 16 rounds, all the other process parts of devotional service, you will get the realization from within, the knowledge also from within, to speak what, at what time, at what juncture, what emotions, all those IQs and EQs will come easily if my chanting is absolutely clear and smooth. So we have to focus on chanting first. Our priority has to be chanting, undoubtedly.
Thank you so much, Rasraj Prabhu. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. You gave beautiful answer. It's very helpful all of us. Thank you so much, Supakara Prabhuji, also for asking good question.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Radha Jyoti Mataji is asking question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, could you please explain about Prahalad Maharaj last once again? Please, I have not understood why he got deep purified bhakti with the demon body. Shall I read one more time, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. Prabhuji, could you please explain about Prahalad Maharaj last once again? Please, I have not understood why he got deep purified bhakti with demon body.
Okay. So in short and sweet pastime, it is said that Prahalad Maharaj was a Brahmin named Soma Sharman or Shiva Sharman, one of the two. One is his father and the other one is Prahalad Maharaj. So he was a Brahmin boy with an ardent devotee of Lord Vishnu, continuously engaged 24 hours in worshipping of Lord Vishnu. And he used to meditate on the form of Paramatma, Lord Vishnu. That is 24/7. He was in that category, Satatam Kirtayantoma. So in this process, but what happened was his society was surrounded by asuras. The place where he was living, there were all asuras. And in fact, if you see Kali Yuga, we are all surrounded by asuras only. So we are also somewhere in something similar situation like Prahalad Maharaj. But of course, we are not equal to Prahalad Maharaj. But at least asuras are there surrounding who can divert our attention, who can cause obstacles and problems to our sadhana. So this Soma Sharma, he was surrounded by asuras, and therefore he could not focus on his meditation, dhyana, properly on Lord Vishnu's form at the time of death. So at the time of death, these people are making heavy sound, asuras, parties, because of partying, drinking, eating non-veg and flesh and all other things. They were merrily marrying and partying, and all those things were going on with loud sound. So this Soma Sharman, who was about to leave his body, his consciousness was scrambled, or for that matter, his consciousness was contaminated. So those sounds were coming of the asuras, their dancing, everything was happening, and also he was trying to meditate on the form of Supreme Lord. So both the things collided together, and he left his body. Therefore, what happened is he gave another opportunity to come as the son of Asura, Hiranyakashipu. So he comes as Prahalad Maharaj, which is next. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Jyoti Mataji and Vrinda Gopika Mataji is glorifying you, Prabhuji.
How to overcome laziness in devotional life? There's one question in the chat box.
Yeah, Hemi Mataji, yes, Prabhuji. How to overcome laziness in devotional life?
युक्ताहार विहारस्य युक्त चेष्टस्य कर्मसु युक्त स्वप्नावबोधस्य योगो भवति दुःखः. See, what is a yoga? See, Krishna has defined yoga in different various methods, various processes. This is one, but this is also a type of yoga. What? Yukta ahara. Our ahara should be sattvic. And sattvic has been explained in Gita very nicely. What is a sattvic food? Definitely it should be prasadam, which is offered to vegetarian food, which is offered to Krishna without onion, garlic and other things. So, and we should eat in time. It is not that today I have some appetite, I'll eat little, tomorrow I'll change my timing regular, all those things. See, basically we have to utilize our facilities which is available. Of course, when we say, see, again the context varies depending upon the places. In Mumbai, when I speak to the people, there are some people, middle class people. There are some people, they are living on daily earnings and all. So there, I can tell something different. But here, when we have a context where the facilities are very good available and nicely available, let us make use of it. Make our ahara very yukta, connected to Krishna. Yukta ahara, you have to have vihara also. You have to always refresh your body by doing to gyms and, by walking, morning walk and other things. Your body should be healthy. Yukta vihara. You can play sports for some time, not for the entire time. You can make your body healthy. Yukta ahara vihara, yukta chestasya. Again, chesta is searching for job, searching for food. That is chesta. So that should be also yukta. It should not be that you are fully focused on only finding out the source of money or way of money or making money. No, it should be yukta. Chesta should be there, but it should be yukta again. So you have to have your job properly so that you are nourished and fed properly. You are, again, Matajis and Prabhujis, different situations are there. So Matajis can accordingly place themselves whether they're working women or not, no working women. If they are not working women, then they will be having that working time in kitchen or maybe on some other activity. What is that? So, so that is it. What happens is, yukta ahara viharasya yukta chestasya karmasu. Even our activities should be yukta. Yukta swapna. That means our sleeping also has to be 6 to 7 hours, regulated. That is from 10 to 4 or 10 to 4:30 or something like that, or 9:30 to 4, something like that. So yukta swapna avabodhasya, awakening. Also, you should not sleep during the daytime. During the daytime, one is not supposed to sleep. Yukta avabodhasya, regulated. Or ideally, it is said that Acharya say that a man should sleep 6 to 7 hours in 24 hours. So you make that. Okay, you might have slept for 4 hours in the night, then 2 to 3 hours you cover it up, so that your body has a good energy and good system running. So yukta swapna avabodhasya yogo bhavati. Then you perform the yoga of chanting dukkha. All the miseries are destroyed. So that is how misery, laziness is one of the misery. So if your body is fit, it will be healthy. But unfortunately, all said and done, we don't take to the process. We don't take to the process. That is our biggest fault. We hear hundreds times, we hear 1,000 times, but we never follow. In Marathi, it is said, "Kalta पण वळत नाही." So it is like that. Yes. For the timing, maybe we may, okay, from tomorrow I will do. But it doesn't happen because of our conditioning. So that is why we are conditioned soul. But you start your chanting in Brahma Muhurat, it will take care of this laziness also. 100%. This Brahma Muhurat chanting will take care of all your problems. I guarantee. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
So
beautiful.
So thank you very much. I think I should stop here.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for enlightening class today. We are very grateful to you and we look forward to your association again and again in the future. Let's pay our obeisance to Prabhuji.
कृपा सिद्धिभ्य एव च पतितानां वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय
श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय
रसराज गोपाल प्रभु जी की जय।
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Nityananda, Gauranga,
Gauranga,
Radhe Shyam,
Thank you, everyone for joining today's class. We'll close